So morning guys, final ride test on this before it goes out to the customer today, and this is just a chance to get the last 4 miles on the bike. We always pre-test before we hand the bike over just to make sure the bike is absolutely operational. As soon as we get back, phone the customer around about 9 o'clock. Yes, the bike is good to go. So we always do the final ride test on the day of handover just to make sure that everything is all okay. Checked all the indicators out, lights, horn, etc, etc. Brakes absolutely spot on. So I had its final checks a couple of days ago and the final QC, and was all cleared for the final ride test. So very lengthy process that we do, but it does assure that bikes do not come back with any issues. And it's cold this morning, I don't know why. We had a horrible day yesterday. It snowed, middle of April, and it snowed. Absolutely horrible British weather. What we're going to do with this one today, we're going to have a little bit of fun around town. So a little bit of a different route, just something a little bit different from up and down the dual carriageways like we normally do. We're going to have a little bit of a run around town on the urban, to show you what it's like if you were riding around town. And obviously that brappy exhaust again. But these Tempest GTs are selling like the proverbial hotcake at the moment. Obviously on the display on this, we've been through this quite a few times. You've got your miles an hour, odometer down the bottom, fuel tank is off to the right on the LED display, and you've got a gear indicator. So 4th gear at the moment, sitting around about 30 miles an hour for the urban. But we have a little bit of a different run around today, and just show you how good the suspension is on this. I do like obviously coming down this road because there's plenty of speed bumps. It always surprises me that the council have money to put tarmac into speed bumps, they don't have enough tarmac to put into potholes. If you've seen some of the rides that I do, the potholes on the roads in Milton Keynes are absolutely disgusting. Over the speed bumps, and a nice hard firm suspension. Once again over a speed bump, and that just soaks that up nice and good. Obviously being on a bike, you can do that. Scoot round the potholes, scoot round them speed bumps, which is handy. You can go slow down like you do on a car. As always, gearbox on these is lovely and crisp. Clutch is adjusted absolutely perfect, and I'd always say if you've got problems changing gear, 9 times out of 10 it's going to be your clutch adjustment. But handles ever so well on these tyres. You can just weave it around. That tyre's nicely warmed up and scrubbed in for the customer, and these have been very well scrubbed in by me. So it's just a final ride test, put a few more miles on it, just check everything's all okay. And as always, back to the coffee, ready for another long, busy day of selling bikes, prepping bikes, more services, and some other bits and pieces. And obviously Tuesday is where we go down the park and do our bike shoots, and the videos on the cars as well. So we don't just do bikes as well, we do cars. Nice big speed bump there. Obviously I was going to do my normal route, which takes me down to the garden centre and up on the dual carriageway. They have shut the road off again. The bridge died to death the other night. Don't know what went over it, but they've now decided they've got to strengthen the bridge, so they've shut the road off now. So all traffic into Bletchley has all been diverted down the dual carriageway and round. So it's like a 2-mile detour just to do 600 yards. So we're having to change the route up this morning, thanks to the local council. And Didn't give us any prior warning. Come to work this morning, I got as far as the bridge and then had to turn around and go all the way back again. No signs up to say bridge is shut. Thank you, Milton Keynes Council. Great bit of forward planning there, and that is going to cause congestion chaos today. Absolutely crazy. So 12.9 miles in. I may go 13 now, so I have 1 mile to do. We normally put about 20k, 13-14 miles on every bike. Make sure they're all good. But obviously with lockdown now, everybody was out last night having drinks, having pints. I was like, are we going for a pint, boys? No, I am not. I am not going to go and sit in a pub car park where there's hundreds of people sitting there with no masks on. I took a bottle of wine home and sat in the garden last night. So running absolutely perfectly on this one. All good to go. I'm going to put another mile or so on it just for safety's sake. But even on these low gears, that is brappy from the pull. So if you are into Lexmoto, Tempest GTs are going to be available again soon. Lexmoto stock is out of stock with all bikes everywhere, and everyone's like, when's the mics, when's the mics? Obviously due to COVID, they had trouble getting bikes, like everybody does. Honda are struggling at the moment to get stuff out, and we've been trying to get some spares for Hondas and got to wait for parts to come. But the LXRs, the new Euro 5s, are selling like the proverbial. And a lot of dealers are sharing my LXR video out. I don't mind. If you want to obviously advertise the product. And I know the other bike blogger Spicy used to do a lot of Lexmoto stuff, so Spicy's obviously doing stuff for Triumph at the moment. He's still doing a bit of Lexmoto stuff. And obviously his stuff got shared a lot, so I don't mind if my stuff does get shared out. Sells the product. And obviously long-term testing, we're going to take the LXR out again tomorrow because that bike has sold. So we're going to be out on the LXR. Now there are 2 new scooters that are out now. So the Aura was out last time, and it's been re-released Euro 5. There is a new one now. Obviously the Pegasus is the 300cc version. They've just released the Apollo, and the Apollo is the 125 version of the Pegasus, just slightly smaller. That's going to replace the Chieftain. Nice bit of indicating there, thank you very much. So the Apollo's coming out. We've got another bike coming out next week. I know what it is. I have ordered 4 of those. I'm not, you can't tell, obviously say what it is until the 19th. But a lot of people have got an idea what it is. But that bike is going to be out on the 19th. So we're looking forward to doing that. Now obviously I am on holiday next week. I am away for a week. And sun it up at the beach for a day. Yeah, we're going away for 1 day and then I'm going to come back. I'm working on my little man cave at the side of the house. Put a bit of a shelter over the bike and put my little shed up. So I've got somewhere to work on my bikes at home. So that's going to be a little bit of fun. It is nippy this morning. I'm just pottering around town just to add these miles on. But around town she's great for obviously a little bit of commuting, a little bit of urban riding, and people are going to hear you coming on this, which is brilliant. So start to head back to the garage now. I think 15 miles on it, more than enough. But normally off. She's loud if you give her some juice. So if you're into a Lexmoto bike, obviously lexmoto.co.uk. Go on there, look at all the new range that is coming out, and there are loads of new bikes on the way. Some bikes are going to be discontinued, obviously with Euro 4 going to Euro 5, but most of them are going to be available, and there's loads of new models coming for Euro 5. And obviously I've been blitzing on saying I'd love to see another motocrossy style bike, and there is something in the pipeline, but can't say what it is. So it'll be fun when that comes out. But as always, if you happen to live near Milton Keynes or you're local to us, we can deliver. Check out the link at the bottom down here, Eclipse Motorcycles mk.co.uk. Number at the bottom 01908 643 603. Give the team a call.